In the headlines, Bama residents express fear of returning to farmlands as peace gradually returns to Boko Haram-ravaged communities. Banditry and its consequences turn many to beggars in Katsina. Tramadol consignment from Pakistan intercepted at Lagos Airport. Another foreign scene, Belarus set as venue for Ukraine-Russia peace talks. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ila. Thank you for joining. The details now. Bama residents have expressed fear of returning to their farmlands since their resettlement after gradual return of peace to the community ravaged by Boko Haram insurgency. The residents said that they feel vulnerable outside of the town that may be attacked by Boko Haram if they venture out to the farms. Bama is among many communities captured and controlled by terrorists during the campaign of Boko Haram. Our reporter visits Bama to see what life looks like to the resettled community.
Bama town looks busy today. It's free flow of traffic. Residents, as usual, attend to their legitimate activity for the day. Many years ago, these streets were ghost to itself, and the town suffered attacks of Boko Haram, leaving massive destructions and many displaced. For the resettled residents, it's good being home again, but they are afraid to return to their farmlands.
People are very, very okay now. People are trooping in. The marketplace is very okay. The transport area is very busy, as you can see. And Bama is waking up. Good time. The intervention we need from government now is to just look at the people here that are in it, to give them a very good response pertaining their living condition.
Why we haven't returned to the farm is because it's not safe. These terrorists are still loitering in the bush. That's what is hindering us from farming, and commodities are very expensive in the market. Like before, a mudu of maize is sold at 150 naira, but now it's 700 naira. If government will still help us clear these people, we will be happy. We want them to give us food. Honestly, that's what we need. We have children who are studying, and the little ones are not in school. One of them have not finished his NCE because he can't study without eating. Since the return to the palace, the Shehu of Bama discovered that about 8,000 children were out of school. Umar ibn el-Kanami is dismayed that with the destroyed learning facilities, the children may be soft targets for terrorists.
We have identified about 8,000 school out of children, and that is the official figure. That's the ones we are able to identify, but this number is much more higher than this. My fear is, before the advent of Boko Haram, when schools were everywhere, you can find school in every village, but yet Boko Haram were able to, in succeeding by, recruiting these children into their sect. So now that schools are not everywhere, those children were sitting idle. It will become very easy for them to, put them back to their sect. So for this reason alone, we need to do more, even more than before.
With normalcy restored to Bama local government, many hope that those who are yet to resettle will do so and help restore the town to its full glory.
At least 8 persons were killed in attacks by Islamic State in West Africa Province insurgents in Biu local government area of Borno State. According to reports by the Cable, the insurgents invaded Mandagaro and Chuma villages on Saturday night and killed 8 residents and wounded a number of persons. Earlier, the military said troops had thwarted an attack by ISWAP terrorists along Mandaragao Road in the early hours of Saturday while on a long-range patrol in general area after intercepting communication of the terrorists on a mission to plant improvised explosive devices on the route and attack a military base. Meanwhile, the troops repelled an attack by another ISWAP group in Konduga local government area when the insurgents attempted to attack a military formation along Bama Road. However, met a stiff resilience by the troops in the location. Staying with security matters, bandits have killed many people, including a father and his son, in separate attacks in Mashegu, Lavung, and Ushishi local government areas of Niger State, with many residents displaced in the attacks which occurred between Friday and Saturday. The media aide to Mashegu Local Council chairperson Mohammed Isa, who confirmed the attack, said the chief of staff to the council chairperson, Umar Ubegi, and his father were among those killed during the attack. Residents said in Mashegu local government area, the villages attacked were Sahunrami, Igbede Chekaku, Ubegi, Maishinkafi, and Poshi, killing the village head of Poshi community, as well as 7 others in Sahunrami and Maishankafi. Reports say that the bandits moved from one village to other on motorcycles, killing and abducting people, and also rustled cows belonging to villages, while about 13 communities were sacked, while in Lavun Council area, 10 villages were reportedly attacked, leaving at least 3 persons dead, while 3 others were kidnapped. The villages attacked in Lavun local government area were Ebako, Dabankupa, Ndaroka, Nsogi, Mawogi, Yemi, Managi, Kanko, and Kogaga. The latest attack in the state followed that of Shiro local government area, where 4 officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps were killed by suspected Boko Haram terrorists at Galadi Mangogo community using explosives. Meanwhile, about 8 worshippers have been abducted by terrorists while attending a church service at Salama Baptist Church in a village called Gidiguri in Rafi local government area of Niger State. Reports say that the incident occurred on Sunday, adding that the pastor of the church is among the abductees. The church is near Buriningwari in Kaduna State. Now, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya has enjoined personnel to develop spirit of professionalism in accomplishing assigned mission within a joint environment in defense of Nigeria. General Yahaya said this during the closing ceremony of the first Chief of Army Staff Combat Platoon Cross Country Championship 2022. The report.
Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, represented by the Corps Commander of the Signal of the Nigerian Army, Major General Abiodun Owolabi, said it is pertinent for personnel to step up all aspects of combat readiness in line with global best practices. General Owolabi explained that this will effectively assist them to confront contemporary adversaries and carry along other personnel in the platoon. He added that the championship will go a long way in refocusing the prospects of Nigerian Army personnel towards capacity building.
Let me urge you all to note the objectives of this championship, which, among others, include improvement in your combat proficiency, leadership skills, organizational ability, fitness and endurance, teamwork, and above all, esprit de corps. You must ensure they come to bear in your daily affairs as soldiers. All hands must be on deck, therefore, to employ these attributes to uplift the Nigerian Army to greater heights.
Speaking on the security situation in the country, Major General Owolabi urged everyone to be more security conscious and support security agencies in the area of dissemination of information. The chairman of Local Organizing Committee, Brigadier General Ernest Orakwe, stated that the competition is designed to strengthen troops' endurance to enable them thrive in the current difficult operating environment.
We must therefore all be security conscious and alert while we perform our duties. In any competition, there must be a winner and a loser. For the winning formation, I once again say a big congratulations to you. And to the losing team, I want to encourage you to go back to the drawing board and make adequate preparation in order to excel during the remaining training activities lined up in the 2022 training cycle.
I'm sincerely constrained to also extend our thanks to you for your show of professionalism, esprit de corps, and sportsman spirit throughout the competition. You all approached the competition with zeal that is required without bitterness and rancor, bearing in mind the key objective of the exercise, which is training. Indeed, this exemplary show of maturity assisted greatly in the success story we are witnessing today. I therefore wish to thank you all.
Correspondent reports that highlight of the event include presentation of trophies to the overall winner, the 82 Division of the Nigerian Army, and 2 Division, which are marked 2nd and 6th Division in 3rd position.
Independent National Electoral Commission has declared candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Musa Aga, as the winner of the Saturday's by-election for Jos North Bassa Federal Constituency of Plateau State. The by-election is to replace late Haruna Maitala, who died last year with his son and 2 aides in an auto crash along Abuja-Jos Road. Declaring the results on Sunday, INEC's returning officer Yinka Oyerinde said the PDP candidate Musa Aga scored a total of 40,343 votes to defeat his closest challenger, Muhammad Adam Al-Ali of the People's Redemption Party, who scored a total of 37,757, while Abe Aku of the All Progressives Congress polled 26,111. Dixon.
There's so much talked about and anticipated by-election for Jos North and Bassa local government area of Plateau State has come and gone. The election took place yesterday and a winner has been announced today by INEC. PDP took the day and PRP came second, then APC came third. The intrigue in all of this is that PRP sprang from nowhere and came second, but prior to the election there were anticipation that probably there was going to be crisis, because usually elections are the triggers of crisis in Jos and Plateau State, but there was nothing. Since the announcement of result this morning, everywhere has been peaceful, people have been going about their normal businesses, and Trust TV as well went round and found out that everywhere has been peaceful. And Trust TV will still monitor the reaction that will follow the emergence of the winner, as well as try to reach out to all the other contestants to know their next line of action. Dixon Adama, Trust TV News, Jos.
Still on politics, the People's Democratic Party chieftain and a former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, meets former President Olusegun Obasanjo in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Atiku Abubakar had a closed-door meeting with the former president, and the outcome of the meeting is not disclosed to journalists. But political observers said it may not be unconnected to the next year general elections and his ambition to get the presidential ticket of his party. Eniola Mayowa has the details.
While responding to questions from journalists, shortly after the meeting, the former vice president expressed confidence that he will get 6 of his party as the presidential candidate.
This visit to my boss.
When are you declaring, sir? The world is waiting for your declaration. When are you declaring?
We will let you know now. We will give a formal announcement.
Are you confident that you are going to get a ticket for your party?
Have I ever failed to get the ticket?
Yes. No, this time around, I want to know, maybe you are still confident.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
Sir, they are talking about age. that the elderly people should allow youth to take over. What do you see to that?
Let the youth compete now. It's competition. It's democracy.
The former vice president also visited the Alake and paramount ruler Egbaland and the traditional council at the Ake Palace in Abeokuta. Eniola Mayowa, Trust TV, Abeokuta.
Meanwhile, signing of the Electoral Amendment Bill into law and release of election timelines by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, continue to elicit reactions from Nigerians. Some electoral stakeholders in Bauchi State say early preparation will bring sanity and hope to Nigerians. Adamu Imam reports.
Barely 24 hours after President Muhammadu Buhari signed the long-awaited electoral bill that many Nigerians are expecting to change the political atmosphere and the conduct of the election process in the country. Some of the concerned electorates have aired their views on the matter.
Was it yesterday or so? Yeah. It was a very good one actually, and it's very, very important because the time frame it's a little bit long because we have all the electorates and all the political parties, they have an ample time to sit down and digest whatever it is necessary because of the time frame. Because if Adibin INEC draw the whole program very close, I believe it will have been something else. So given by the nature of what the political activities is in Africa, particularly Nigeria, is a very important thing because our people always need time. Actually, the signing of Mr. President is a very important one. You know, a lot of people have different misconceptions. They have their own ideas, they have their own thinking towards each and every particular thing that Mr. President has done, especially the opposition. But it is a very, very important thing he has done because when you just look at what Mr. President did, he's always doing it so that it will favor the masses. But most of these things they will not understand at this point in time. But when maybe in the nearest future, people will come to understand that it is the Mr. President has already done a very good impact and it's a very good one.
Meanwhile, they also maintain that Nigerians representative at the National Assembly should look at the area Mr. President urged them to make some amendments without any further delay in the interests of the whole Nigerians.
For the INEC by Professor Mohammed is a welcome development actually. It has boosted the morale of the electorate, or I can say the political elite, so that they can speed up in their primary elections and convention, because most of them are waiting for that timetable to be out. Since now the timetable is out, they are actually, he has boosted their morale so that they can prepare so early. The earlier the better. Now you can see that the political people have started campaigning for their various political posts or seats so that they can be elected in the next coming general election.
Nigeria has already get what we call real democracy, because without this, things will be going just anyhow. As INEC bring out this timetable, it really shows that they are working well, and this administration, they are ready to just make things in order. So, as this timetable is out, I'm happy, and this will just make those politicians to just be, on their feet to do what they're supposed to do, because of the election has not, been postponed as they were thinking. As INEC brings out this timetable, I'm very happy with it.
According to them, it's now left for political parties to do what is expected of them, to bring out a credible candidate through internal democracy that is rancor-free, so that Nigerian democracy will move forward. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Now, begging for arms is turning into business in Katsina and some northern states facing insecurity. The activities of bandits and terrorists have sacked many farming communities, subjecting innocent people to untold hardship, with many resorting to begging. Many children and businesswomen are now homeless, begging for food to keep body and soul together. Abdullahi Amadi has details.
In Katsina State, there is no official camp for the internally displaced persons to cater for the shelter, food or schools for their children. This group of people are seen almost on every street, premises of restaurants, filling stations, and even financial institutions armed with plastic plates begging for alms. In recent times, begging was practiced by people living with disabilities, vulnerable women and children, among others. Another group is that of Almajiris, a system which was meant to inculcate Islamic virtues in the youth, but degenerated into a practice characterized by unwholesome and inhuman activities. The most worrisome part of begging practice is engaging school-aged children who are supposed to be in schools to acquire both Islamic and Western education for self-reliance. These desperate women and children say begging for what to eat remain their daily hustle, with the hope that one day they will return to their ancestral homes when peace is restored. We are only here to beg for what to eat. We have been displaced. We don't have anything to eat. We didn't bring anything along to eat. And therefore we must beg for what to eat. I was a large-scale farmer, and I was engaged in animal husbandry. But unfortunately, as a result of this insecurity, I abandoned everything in the village. I'm here in the city to beg for what to eat. I have 2 wives and some children. You see, there's nothing I can do. Malam Rufai Ahmad sheds light on how Islam views begging. Islam does not encourage begging. It encourages self-reliance. As such, most of the people begging are not practicing begging because they are practicing it following teachings of Islam. No, it's un-Islamic. It is un-Islamic. So people should be self-reliant.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Combat ready against rapists. Details and more shortly. Thanks for staying. Now here's another look at the top stories again. Bama residents have expressed fear of returning to their farmland since their resettlement after gradual return of peace to the community ravaged by Boko Haram insurgency. Plus, begging for arms is returning into business in Katsina and some northern states facing insecurity. And now in other news, Nigeria Center for Disease Control launched 24 infections across 6 states and the Federal Capital Territory. According to the agency, in its update for Sunday, February 27th, the data shows 20 discharges were recorded with no deaths recorded, leaving the fatality figure at 3,142. The country now has a total of 254,525 confirmed cases and 249,013 recoveries. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has intercepted at least 649,300 capsules of tramadol and 809,850 euros cash as parts of consignments from Pakistan, Austria and Italy at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. The spokesperson of the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, who confirmed this in a statement, said at the Skyway Aviation Handling Company cargo warehouse at the airport, anti-narcotic officers seized 649,300 capsules of tramadol, 225 milligrams weighing 460.95 kg imported from Pakistan via Addis Ababa through Ethiopian airline on Wednesday, February 16th. He said also that the anti-narcotic agents also intercepted various quantities of heroin and other illicit drugs, which were blocked from being exported to the United States, United Kingdom, and Canada, and arrested a suspect, Nwadu Christian, was in connection with the seizure. Similarly, NDLEA arrested a female passenger, Ayeki Happy, who arrived at the airport from Italy on Turkish airline flight with 805,850 euros cash concealed in her luggage. 4 days after the operatives arrested another lady, Precious Idahagbo, with 740,000 euros cash hidden in her luggage and undeclared upon her arrival at the airport from Vienna, Austria via Istanbul, Turkey. Now, every girl and boy deserve to grow up free from harm. Yet, gender-based violence continues, effectively ending their childhoods and risking their futures. While both girls and boys are negatively impacted, girls are particularly vulnerable. Let's take a look at this.
Currently, the one we're doing now is ability for them to have themselves secured in the face of this menace that is going on now, which is child rape. Every minute, you keep on hearing a child is raped or molested, basically because they came from the area where there are some basic things that they are supposed to know, which they didn't know, which number one, I think, is self-defense. Every child needs to protect his or herself. And you know what happens when around you see children that are not well secured? What will happen to them when every minute you see somebody taking advantage of them? Like the one that happened recently in our area, a child of 9.
Well, with that, we end the Trust TV News Update. Connect with us via our social media platforms and also subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch us live. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for watching.